What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am Lady Nika. I want to talk about a subject that, I saw my good friend Sean Bradley do on his channel, and it's called How to Be a YouTuber, or You Can Be a YouTuber. And as me, for me to have just celebrated my 1 year anniversary, I feel like, that would be a good topic for me to jump on and have a conversation with the people of the land about, So, when I was watching his video, I saw him give the pros and the cons of becoming a YouTuber. As a YouTuber who's only been here a little over a year now, like a year and some days, I would say that if you want to become a YouTuber, first of all, know that this is what you really want to do, okay? Don't be indecisive. If you really want to come down here and start making you some YouTube videos, I encourage anybody that wants to be a part of this to join it. It is a good experience, y'all. There have been some, there's some negative downsides, and we're going to get to that. But for the most part, it's been a beautiful experience for me. Now, I'm going to tell you this. First of all, know what you want to talk about. Now, you might have, you may be a YouTuber who wants to have a diverse channel full of different topics. Over here, I stick to, some story times. I share with y'all some real life stories, that things I've been through, and how it turned out for me. Sometimes, I tell y'all, it ain't nothing. Let me tell you something about them story times. Them story times, the most of them are at least 5 to 10, 15, 20 years old, okay? So, being a woman, I'm not an old bitch. I'm a 43-year-old woman, but I've had some experiences in life, and so I come down here and I share some of those experiences with my love things and stuff like that, But know what you want to talk about, and when you get on this camera, the most important thing to do is treat this just like you would be sitting in a room full of your girlfriends. If you're a guy wanting to start your YouTube channel, act like you just kicking it with the fellas and just running it, and just talk about what it is that you want to talk about. Know what you want to talk about so that you don't feel like you stuttering when you getting on camera. Look into your camera and just let it go. Let it go. If you feel like going the fuck off, and you ain't attacking nobody or hurting nobody, do you. Whatever it is that you want to do with your channel, I say go for it and be the best at it if you can. That's my advice. Now, some of the pitfalls of being down here on the YouTube is, honey, one thing for certain, you're going to have thick skin, because you're putting yourself on a public platform where you are being viewed by hundreds to thousands to millions of people, depend on your rate of growth on YouTube. And people, everybody ain't kind. It's a lot of mean-spirited people out here that will try to drag you for your imperfections. Be okay with your imperfections. That's the one thing I can tell you. If you have a visible imperfection like me, I have skin lupus, okay? Sometimes my skin ain't doing the best, and sometimes it is, but I always try to come down here and be as presentable as possible when I talk about the topics that I talk about. So if you got any kind of issues with yourself or anything else like that, be okay with that first, okay? Because that is the main. If you got anything visible, trust and believe, I can tell you that is the first thing that they're going to attack on YouTube, okay? Also know that as you get down here and you grow, everybody's not going to feel you. A lot of people will act as if they down for you, and they will root you on, but you will later find out that some of the main people that support you actually envy you or just dislike you because they can. It ain't always about jealousy. Sometimes people just don't like your ass, and it ain't nothing you can do about it but keep it moving, okay? But don't let that deter you. If being a YouTuber is what you truly want to do, put your best foot forward and keep it moving. Don't let what other people say detract you from doing what you want to do. I always say a prayer before every video. I do that. Even when I'm going the hell off, I still say a prayer. Because I may be, I'm not, baby, let me tell you something. I have a relationship with the higher being. A bitch ain't perfect, okay? Get that, penetrate that. Do the best that you can do down here on YouTube. When you on this camera, know that you are being critiqued from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet or whatever they can see. Child, they gonna critique you. Have thick skin. If you don't have thick skin, YouTube will break you the fuck down. Trust me, I know. But try to have thick skin and come on knowing what you talking about and run your shit like you want to run it. Don't let nobody else. Be careful of who you interact with. I ain't saying come down here and be scared to talk to people, because that ain't how you make it. I'm saying just be careful of the people that's too willing to become a part of your life too fast. Okay? Know that these are people that don't know you from Adam, and ain't no telling how they really feel about you. Let folks show you that they are who they say they are, and then move forward with it. That's the best advice I can tell you. That's what worked for me. I was a supporter of many, many YouTubers before I ever came on in front of the camera. I mean, I watched some of everybody, and I commented, and you know, I got to know some of the YouTubers through their videos, and you know, talking to them on the Twitter and stuff like that. And over time, you know, I decided, hey, you know, I have a story to tell. I want to share something with the people. I went to some key people and just asked them based on what you see in me in your comments and how I be coming, because I comment heavily. What do you think you know, do you feel like I would be good at this? And many of them told me that, yeah, you should do it. And when I did do it, it look what it turned into. You know, I'm almost at 3,000 subscribers in less than in a little over a year. I'll make, you know, 3,000 subscribers, and I'm really grateful for that. It was a lot of work, you know. People shouted me out, but understand that when a person shouts you out, now that ain't no sign, seal, and delivered success, you know, seal that say you successful. You gonna be successful, because people will come to your channel all day, but if you don't give them something, if you don't feed their spirit in some kind of way, you better make them laugh. You better make them think. You better make them cry. You better make them do something. You better give them people something worth they click, or they ain't gonna click no damn more. So that would be my advice. If anybody out here who's watching me that's possibly thinking about becoming a YouTuber, it's a good thing, y'all. It ain't as bad as, you know, over the last few weeks y'all seen what been going on. That's just a piece of it, and you can't really I can't say that it's all other people's fault, because I bear fault in this for being overly friendly to some people. I know in my last video I said I would never, you know, I'm done, but I ain't gonna let nobody change who I am. This is who I am. I've always been kind. I've always been, you know, nice to people. I've always tried to support folks, and ain't none of that finna change cause I had, you know, a bump in the road or whatnot. Just enjoy what you do. Come on here knowing that you want to have yourself a good time, and in time people will find you if you don't get shouted out by anybody, and just make it what you want it to be. Your YouTube experience is based on what you giving and what you put into it, okay? Anybody, you know, if there's any questions that anybody has that they feel that I didn't cover in this video, feel free to leave it down there in the comment section, down there in the below bar. I mean, in the bottom bar down, not the bottom bar, child, I'm Forrest Roxon. If you want to ask me any questions, you can put it down there in the comment sections down there. And I do respond to my comments, so I see them and I respond to you. But YouTube is a good experience. I invite anybody that's got any kind of personality to come on here. Now, child, if you bored as fuck and you know you bored, don't come down here, because it might not work out for you, okay? But if you feel like you got some entertainment in you and you want to come down here and try, I say do it. Ain't nothing wrong. Don't nothing be to try, child. Don't nothing be to try. What's the worst that could happen? You decide that it's not for you and you stop doing it. So be it, you know. But that's all I wanted to add on to that. In the meantime, in between time, please like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys down here for the next video. Peace.